Welcome back to Dabbling Dads with your host Kyle and Tyler, here to dabble into just about anything. You can find us everywhere using the hashtag Dabbling Dads. Thank you for listening. Hope you enjoyed.
What's up, man?
What's up, dude? Back again. Actually just got done recording the Dabbling Dads.
The Just
Dabbling
Yes.
Big Brother episode.
6.
So if you're watching this
Week
and you
6.
haven't watched that, go watch that first if you're into Big Brother. If not, we're going to talk about a few different things. We sort of have a new layout of how we're going to do things, so we'll get into that pretty quickly. Football started in Tennessee Monday night.
Gotta hit the subscribe button at Dabbling Dads. I have to do that, man.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah. Do the spill.
It keeps the wives at bay. We're now at 48 subscribers.
And that's on YouTube.
On YouTube.
Sweet. Cool.
And over 100 something hours viewed, and we had over 1,500 views now too. We went over that
On YouTube. Sweet.
Yep. And this
Cool.
weekend we might have 1,000 followers on Twitter.
Yeah. So subscribe.
That's right. So thank y'all for being here.
If you don't want to like, you don't want to comment, that's cool. If you do comment, Tyler's pretty good about getting on there and interacting. So if you ever have a question or a comment of something you think we should do or about what we did do,
Wrong or right.
yeah, let us know.
Right.
Anyways,
Sports,
so
man. Titans.
Yeah, the Titans Monday night beat the Broncos in a game. We should have won handily. It came down to a field goal after four kicks have already been missed.
The thing
up to that
is
point.
he's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, he's going to be a 100% a Hall of Famer.
I feel like you still lose him and don't understand Gostkowski. Because
Stephen Gostkowski.
he had to follow another legend by the name of Vinatieri.
Yeah.
So you forget how great even he was. I'm pretty sure he's had years where he's only missed 4 field goals all year.
Yeah.
And he
That's
missed
what
all
they
his
were,
3
that's what
field
they were
goals.
saying on television. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
So he's still going to be on our team. For whatever reason, he said he had been kicking with no sock on, so that's why they showed him at one point. I don't know if you saw it, he was taking his shoe off, and he had no sock on when he kicked. So
Brad was awake, so I was texting him, and he said, I said to him, I think he's had a rock in his shoe or something. They kept showing him barefoot on the sideline. Like, what is he doing?
I don't know what happened. We won. We came away with the win. I think the Titans are going to be real good, dude. But the running game we have, and now Tannehill, we're not used to seeing a quarterback who throws the ball and it goes where it's supposed to go every single time.
Has a different zip on it.
Yeah, and it goes where it's supposed to go. We're just not used to that here in Tennessee.
Is there a Tannehill jersey being ordered?
No, but I have ordered the new Medina 87 jersey for sure. I almost wore it tonight. I should have went and put it on.
87 for Kevin Dyson.
No, for the year I was born. But, whatever. Oh, yeah.
Sorry, man.
But, yeah. So, we've sort of, after last week, we talked about just different things and segments. And we have broken down some segments we're going to do.
Real quickly, I got to talk about King Henry.
Oh, go ahead.
You
can't go into those dead spots where
Sorry,
you're not talking
man.
because that
I
makes
was
me think you
waiting.
have nothing else to say.
I got you. So you're transitioning. That's my bad.
Yeah.
I'm bad about it. So, but anyways, he went over that magical number. I know people in Tennessee probably don't know it, but when he gets 25 carries and 100 yards, the Titans don't lose football games.
Never. They're like 14-0 when he has those stats. I think it's when he goes over 100 yards, period. They're like 14-0 when he has over 100 yards in the game.
Yeah, and I know that we
Or
said
14-1 or something like that.
we could dabble into this a little bit just from that game because, I like the way he went about just the whole outside of football thing, to be honest as well.
Yeah.
He wore the suit, obviously showing
All the
his
names.
respect, all of them, and then he stood for the national anthem too. I just feel like
That's how
the
it
way
should be
he handled
done.
it was one of the best examples of everyone, and that's his personality, kind of.
Yeah. Well,
from
then
what I've heard
and
about
Ryan Tannehill, he stood in front of the entire team when this first started and, gave his backing, and he stood for the anthem also. So it can't be, you can be, I don't want to say you can be on both sides because there are two pretty obvious sides to the whole situation, but you can stand in agreement with everybody.
You can respect everyone.
Yeah, and still show respect all around. You don't have to. They're doing a great job of not. Some of these people are making it about themselves at this point, in my opinion, and it's not
like
about
attention
them.
almost.
It's not about them. I just wish they would stop showing the national anthem. I know it's historical, but they didn't do it for a long time. I think right after September 11th is when they started showing the national anthem on television. Just stop showing it. Besides big games, big games they would show.
Do they show the national anthem at like wrestling events? They don't show on TV, obviously, but do they do them? I've never been.
What do you mean?
I would love to go. Like before WWE SmackDown starts recording, they play the national anthem, right?
I'm pretty sure they do.
But
Someone sings it.
But on TV, you don't see any of that. Maybe WrestleMania might be the only place that you see it.
Yeah. Someone definitely sings it at WrestleMania every year.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is that
I
those
think they sing "God Bless America" is what they sing, but and I'm all for it. I'm pretty patriotic. I would think I love America, but it's like it's to the point where it's like, man, I just think the kneeling is lost its what it was meant to be. It never got taken for what it was meant to be, and at this point, it's really just lost what it was. There's other ways to do it, and Derrick Henry nailed it on the head. You're right about that.
Yeah, I do for sure feel that way, and it's like going back to just the TV part. It's like I could totally understand that if they just didn't show it anymore, because just showing it creates that divide that's unnecessary.
No, we want to watch football.
Let the players at the game, people who pay tickets to be at the game, make their own decision, because that's really what it is. No judgment or anything. Just this is your decision, however you feel or want to do it, and then we're gonna play a football game. But putting it on TV, it's like produce part of it, and they show some people kneeling, some people not. Like I feel like they could just do away with all that and let the individuals at the game decide what they want to do, and then we'll play football, and then you'll show us the football, which is what people are watching want to see. When you're there, that's when you want the experience of everything that's going on.
Yeah, and it's incredible. We got on my phone and watched me and my father-in-law and my dad and my brother and Denver, Erica's grandmother's husband. We were watching the videos of like the helicopters flying over the stadium and stuff from inside Nissan Stadium and whatnot. Dude, I loved it. That's like one of my favorite parts of the game. Like when I was on the field that year, who did we play that game? We won with the Eagles. I think they were the returning Super Bowl champs. We played them at home and beat them. One of my old wrestlers got me on the field pregame, and we got to watch the 101st Airborne like come in on the field. That was one of the coolest things I've ever seen. So I'm cool with all that. Like wherever you stand, if you're not watching it, if you are watching it, like that's your choice. Yeah. It's your choice to do whatever. But I'm to the point now where like this guy kneeling on the sideline at the NFL game does not affect my life one bit. So I'm gonna stop letting it affect my life. I enjoy watching football. I'm not going to stop watching football.
Exactly.
Period.
I just think the whole shindig before the game and producing it and doing all that is just creating this environment that doesn't even have to be there. And when you're actually there at the game, I don't think it would even be there. You're just like, everyone's experiencing it for themselves and not worried about other people who do so much smoother.
Yeah, but I was proud of the Titans also. I mean, for the most part.
It's a big win. Big win.
Yeah, huge win. But anyways, we're going to do NFL Pick'em segment. Hopefully at some point we'll have the little boom sound come on and hit the produced NFL Pick'em deal. I'm going to be the guy that picks off the top of his head while we're here. Tyler researches more than I do, so he, I think, already has his picks ready. He's going to tell me the game. I'm going to pick mine. I don't know how you want to do it. You want to go? You've researched, so let me just do my pick. I have not.
I'll just tell you if
I
it's the same or
the week's
different.
game. And our buddy Chance, he picked the Browns tonight. The Browns beat the Bengals tonight. We didn't pick. We're gonna go ahead and pick Monday night and next Thursday night's game also. So I'll just let you go, Tyler, and lead us on.
All right.
NFL Pick'em, round 1 for us.
Round 1. We're gonna keep up with the total. I'll just say same or different when you pick.
Okay.
All right, so this is just not against the spread. This is just who you think's going to win the football game.
Straight pick 'em.
Yes.
Yeah.
Giants, Bears. Sorry, Giants at Bears. I'll tell you who's the home team.
Bears.
Same. Falcons at Cowboys.
Cowboys.
Same. Lions at Packers.
Packers.
Same. Feeling good about my picks right now. Jaguars at Titans. Titans. Tighten up. Control the division. Woo! I feel like we might just take control of it.
I'm a diehard Titans fan. For those listening that don't know me,
so
I'm
like the next game I'm going to ask you, so leading into the next game, so I know that you just love Phillip Rivers. And, he had a great performance last week throwing them interceptions to those two rookies.
I hate Phillip Rivers.
I know you do, man.
Yeah.
So you got the Vikings or the Colts at the Colts?
Vikings.
Same. Bills at Dolphins?
Bills.
Same. Niners at Jets?
Niners.
Same. Rams at Eagles?
Rams.
Rams?
Yep, is that
Same.
our first? Oh, you picked the same one also.
Broncos, Steelers.
Oh,
At Steelers.
man.
Broncos at Steelers. I feel like that game's going to be about 3-0.
It's not going to be a high-scoring game. I'm going to go with Broncos.
All right, different.
All right.
Different there. Panthers at Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Tampa Bay.
Same. The Washington football team, which we've called out before, we think they're going to be the Sentinels. I don't know if there's any truth to that.
I don't either. That'd be cool, though. Hopefully they use the Sentinel from X-Men.
I don't know.
Hey, guys.
The Washington football team at the Cardinals.
I like the Washington football team, actually. I'm going to go with them.
All right.
Different? Okay.
Chiefs at Chargers.
Chiefs.
Yeah, they're good.
Yeah.
Score lots of points.
Yeah.
Ravens at Texans.
Ravens.
Same. See, that's all I was saying earlier.
Down with the Texans.
So I'm saying the Titans could take control of the division, have a win over Jacksonville, and Jacksonville on the other team with a win.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah, real good. Patriots at Seahawks.
I think that's going to be a good football game. I'm going to pick the Seahawks, though.
That's Sunday Night Football. I got the Seahawks as well. They're at home. I didn't get to watch much of the Patriots game, but I still just cannot not think about Tom Brady.
Yeah.
And if
He's not on that
Hernandez...
team. I'm thinking of Cam Newton. I think he's a great football player.
Yeah, I know in terms of fantasy, everyone doesn't like Cam Newton because he takes the touchdowns and the goal line away from like all their plethora of running backs.
Why wouldn't
Who
he?
cares?
He's huge.
Exactly. He's running some. Basically, Josh McDaniels has a superior upgraded version of Tim Tebow.
Yeah.
Like, he won a playoff game with Tim Tebow, and my wife loves Tim Tebow, and all Florida people will. I thought he was a great football player in general. But he did win a playoff football game.
One of the great SEC football players of all time.
Yeah, I guess some people forget about Titan Vince Young. I saw a highlight of him the other day when he went like 4th and 20 like twice in a row.
On that ESPN commercial?
Oh, my.
Yeah, it's great.
He's one of the greatest college football
I
quarterbacks.
fell in love with him then, and then he became a Titan, and I thought he was going to be the next great thing, and he's just a moron.
Yeah, that's true. But anyways, Josh McDaniels with Cam
Yeah,
Newton.
I like the Patriots, but I think Seahawks win that game probably.
Russell Wilson.
I don't like the Patriots. I think the Patriots are going to have a winning season.
Why wouldn't they?
Probably too.
And then Monday Night Football, and then we got one more game after that, is the Saints at the Raiders.
Saints.
I got the Saints too. So the Thursday Night Football game, it is a great game, man. Dolphins at Jaguars.
I just hate the Jaguars, so I'm going to go with Dolphins just out of spite.
I think the Dolphins are going to win too. I think the Jaguars beating the Colts is just a
I hope
fluke.
Tua is playing by that week, and I hope he stomps the shit out of the Jags. I don't know what the word is on Tua, but I would like to see him play.
I think the journeyman, he's like Fitzpatrick. He's got
downhill.
2 or 3 games.
Yeah, his downhill slump will start soon.
He has like a career mile mark at 600 more yards once he passes 600 yards. I think as soon as that happens, unless they're like 2-2 or 3-2, we'll all see Tua.
He's going to be good too, I think. I think he's going to be really good quarterback also. I really do.
So that's our pick'ems.
We just got a text in from our not very loyal listener, but good friend Mike T. Leaked call reveals Biden risks national security to sabotage Trump. We'll go into that on the Down the Rabbit Hole episode that may never happen, but hopefully soon will. Anyways, that's our NFL pick'em. Hopefully you pick along with us. Put who you picked in the comments, and we'll try and call you out on our next episode and see how you keep up with us.
You'll have some time if you listen or
And if
watch.
you're one of our good friends, just the group text us.
Yeah, and
we'll keep up with it.
Yeah, I'll put it like in an Excel document or something.
Yeah, so I watched no football until the Titans game, really. I watched some of the Chiefs the other night, and then I watched the Titans game as the first full game. Dean's setup over there is just too nice to watch football. I wish you would have come.
Did y'all throw during the game?
No.
Just before?
Just before.
Yeah, I know. It was just late.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe Sunday. Over there. We're gonna watch over there again every Sunday. He put a new TV out by the pool. He's the man.
You throw good cornhole because we know that we got a coming up match.
Yeah, we won best 2 of 3. Every game was like a 1 or 2 point game. But my dad can throw too, so him and D were both throwing pretty good. Yeah, we do got a big match coming. I don't know where we're gonna do that because we're gonna go to the lake house one last time. They got a contract on it, so we're gonna go one last time, not next weekend, but the weekend after next, the first weekend of October. I don't know where we're gonna throw. I'd like to throw next Saturday after you record with them on Friday. Which next Friday you'll be listening to this on Saturday, hopefully. The upcoming Friday, Tyler will be recording live with the Whiskey Bros.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. I've been doing my research of the Whiskey Bros.
Yeah, and you're locked and loaded, ready to go, huh?
Yeah, I think so, man. I've been doing my research. I think I've decided. Just gotta go pick it out. But I've been looking it up.
Perfect.
We'll see what happens when I go on the Whiskey Bros. It'll be live. I feel like it's a different feel here. We don't have the mic, so I might take some duct tape or something just to tape it right here on my hand, so everywhere I go.
If I could give you any advice, I would just put your hand on the base of the mic and take it wherever you go. Because you're like me. We're used to being able to sit back, chill, move. Maybe one day we'll do a how-to. How to shoot a podcast as cheap as possible and still make it sound half decent. It'll take about a total of 1.5 minutes to film that entire video.
Yeah.
But
forever.
But anyways, that's gonna be fun. I hope the relationship with the Whiskey Bros is something we can continue to work with those guys and do fun stuff. And talking about doing
the Hot Ones
the
game?
Hot Ones challenge, which me and Erica went to. We took Canada Opry Meals on his birthday, and they have that hot sauce store in there. We didn't go in there just because we had to wear a mask, and just looking in there was no one in there, and I don't know how they're doing the testing and whatnot. And it was Canada's day. I wasn't about to go walk through the hot sauce store, but it made me think we could literally just go to Opry Mills and our own. Hey man, I need not very hot, a little hotter.
Does the game come with questions?
Well, so the game I think only comes with the last dab. So it's like the truth or dab game is what it is. So they ask you a question, you can either answer it truthfully or do the last dab. So
that sounds like burnt tongue night to me, man. Good.
Very hot. I mean, I've done the bomb they have on there, the bomb, whatever it's called. Me and Dean and Drew did that in Gatlinburg, and it's just like a chemical taste. It doesn't even taste good. I can handle it if it's hot, if it has a decent flavor, and then it just burns my mouth after because I drink water. But when I just put it in my mouth, it's instantly like I've just put something in my mouth that was meant to just burn me, not even taste good. I don't like that. So I would like to go get some hot sauces that actually taste good.
What's the texture? Is it liquidy, or?
It's like a thick paste sort of in there. Yeah, it's gross. It's like iron. It's like some sort of blood or something. It seems like very irony, metal, hot taste. It's disgusting.
That sounds terrible.
But anyways, next Friday, Tyler's going on the Whiskey Bros, so check that out. We'll share it all out again. They did have some. We shared it out, and I know they probably would have had some decent views. We shared it a lot. They had some technical difficulties. They recorded audio from that is out there though, and I thought, to be honest with you, it was a really good podcast. I hate they didn't get it on video, but Tyler's will be live, so we'll share that out to all you guys.
For sure, man. I can't wait. It'll be fun. I've been trying to practice not my nose, but I've drank whiskey a couple times just to run a trial run since my surgery.
On how to really taste it and...
No, I mean, I've been reading reviews of how to taste it and what it's supposed to taste like. I don't know how they can taste all that shit.
Yeah, it's sort of ridiculous.
Obviously, if you go back and watch Honey, I Blew Up the Bathroom, Levi explains the whiskey and all of that. So, I don't know. I might have to take me like a little 6-pack of Cokes if it comes down to it.
Oh, yeah, you should definitely take a mixer. Yeah. After listening to their last one, they like... Freaking Chad drinks a mixer every time he drinks, so he always has a mixer. Just on the show he doesn't. So you should just bring a mixer.
Yeah, they were talking about the different types of whiskeys that they've had.
Yeah, there's like 4 different options. You should have written them down and given.
I did somewhere, but it probably ain't in here.
Yeah, I'd have not very many answers to that.
No, I'm bringing something to impress.
Yeah,
I know that was an option.
Yep.
But I'm thinking about maybe bringing a sour and making it a whiskey sour.
You need to just go get you some ginger ale. It's a good mixer. It really is. And it'll
Whiskey.
probably help with your belly.
Yeah. All right, my belly's been feeling better though, man.
Yeah.
But what's next, man?
Do you want to go ahead and go into another?
I don't even remember what we were talking about.
Well, we did our NFL pick'em. We've sort of just been talking.
This is talking about the Hot Ones game.
Yeah.
Gatlinburg, and then so we were thinking about videoing a little bit of the cornhole game.
Maybe doing that with them. I don't know if that was something they wanted to do. I don't want to steal their idea and do all that. But regardless, we're gonna play cornhole against them, stomp shit out of them, all that good stuff. So, for sure. I want to go ahead.
I love it. We've been talking shit on these two podcasts for weeks now.
We haven't thrown a single bag with each other.
But when they told me the other day they've practiced and played about 6 games, they practiced twice every other week. I was like, man, we better win.
We've done a lot more than that.
Yeah,
that's all right.
We'll see. Levi,
send us location.
Yeah. Well, we could just, if I could somehow pull it, we could just do it early on the Friday that I go up there.
Yeah, because I'm off. I can go over there whenever. So.
Sounds like they got regular corn bags, though, at their place.
No. Levi said he has the legit ones. I'll have to bring bags, for sure. We're throwing with the good ones that we're throwing. Regardless, it's going to be exciting. All right, so this is the part in the podcast where hopefully here real soon it'll, boom, new sound will come on. I'm going to let you, did you say you want to do something before tinfoil hat?
No, we can do a little bit of tinfoil. It's not that extensive.
Well, let's go ahead and do that right now. I know you have that, and then we'll do the tinfoil hat, dig into that, and then we'll.
Yeah, man, we need to make ourselves some aluminum foil hats, and during this time we'll take our hats off.
Put them on.
And we'll put them on.
That would be hilarious. I will do that.
Yeah.
But just tell you what's coming up after this. We have NFL Pick'em, which we've done. Tinfoil hat, which is coming. A little trivia game with movie quotes. Stop scrolling, which we've talked about. And then movies through the years, which we're going to use Letterboxd to sort of. We're going to use Siri to give us a number, and then we're going to go to that year.
Just talk movies for a minute.
Sort of talk about movies that came out then and ones we saw and that type of stuff. So, anyways, this is the Tinfoil Hat Hour with Coach Welch.
Yeah, we go. Yeah,
Take me to your leader.
So I had all kinds of tinfoil hats from where I used to think we had not enough content, remember, and I would listen to all those podcasts and take notes. So I have a few that I've got enough notes on just to talk about.
Okay.
I guess. So
I hear you.
If you want to look at this guy on Twitter, because I have like a special Twitter as well.
You want me to look him up?
No, I have a special Twitter. I'm not going to say the name. You can look him up.
Okay.
Matthew Lacroix. Matthew
LaCroix like that shitty water?
Lacroix.
LaCroix like the shitty water.
Yeah, you might be able to pull up the YouTube of this even if you wanted to, but I might be able to link it. Anyways, this is from Sam Tripoli, Tinfoil Hat. We go deep, homeboy. But anyway, so this is about just ancient civilizations in general. So when I say, yeah, that's probably, I don't know if that's.
Is this follower of Jesus, K4 phys ed teacher? Probably not him.
Oh, man.
Click which one, too.
You might have to just type it in on YouTube because he probably doesn't have a Twitter.
All right.
It's okay if we don't have him anyways. So, like, when you think of an ancient civilization, what comes to your forefront mind?
Machu Picchu is the one that comes in my mind.
So, like, one on land right now that you can go and visit and whatever. So, how many years ago do you think that is?
Well, it was found. If we're talking about the grand scheme of time, it was found very recently. Machu Picchu was, but as far as how old it is, very old. I mean, it had like mountains over the top of it. This is the civilization.
Just take a guess, man. This is
all right. So I'll say that civilization is 2 million years old.
How old?
Million.
2 million? I wasn't expecting you to say 2 million, dude. So a lot of people believe that the ancient civilization we see now, like Egypt, Machu Picchu, those places like that, they're 10 to 12,000 years old. Those places.
You think that's how long it takes for mountains to grow over the top of a civilization?
As far as no, but you don't know if they built it into the mountains.
Machu Picchu was found by people digging and realizing that there was a civilization underground, so it was like completely covered. So I think it's much older than they probably think it is. I don't know.
That could be true.
Here we go. We're talking about Siri.
Yeah, let's ask, man.
How old is Machu Picchu? Maybe way fucking off. As we've said before on Dabbling Dads, I don't know shit.
How old did it say it was?
121 years.
Only 121 years. See, so they built that into the mountain pretty much, dude. So I'm talking about ancient Egypt.
15th century.
Yeah, 15th century, that's 1400s.
1449.
Yeah.
Crazy. 1449, that's longer than 150 years ago, is it not?
Yeah, but 1449, just taking the search. We're talking about 10 to 12,000 years old.
Yeah.
We're talking like ancient Egypt, even in Bible times,
What's
even
that,
before BC.
What's the big one? The Pyramid of Giza?
No, that's one of them. The Great Pyramid is the biggest one. That's what it's called. So anyways, that's important to know. Yeah, so a pyramid, that shape is important to know. So I think this goes into saying, like, civilizations actually existed much longer than that. So this technology that we don't understand, or some kind of technology that builds these places and things that we don't understand.
Oh, okay. So I think me and you we haven't gone deep into this conversation, but me and you sort of had a brief part of this conversation. That was part of why I answered the way I did because of what you're about to say. But I want you to say it, and then I'll sort of explain what I meant by that. So go ahead.
So anyway, what ultimately he kind of ends up figuring out is there's civilizations underwater are technically older than the civilizations above water. And that's actually just common sense if you really think about it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that does make sense.
I was thinking, like, if this one's above water and this one's below water, obviously something happened to this place. So using this simple knowledge, he, like, I guess is like the Explorer team. What's that fucking movie where they explore for Atlantis, where they put people together and they... Or what's
the
that?
Disney movie?
Yeah, the Disney movie. They're supposed to be doing a live action.
Empire?
Yeah, they have like a team.
Yeah.
Even in the core of that movie, they have a team or whatever it is. It seems something like that. And they started looking at these ancient civilizations like Egypt, off the coast of India, and they started looking just out in those shelves, because those are port cities, and they were underwater. They found different ones out there underwater that have pyramids.
How old do you think those are?
He said, if that's the case, 11 to 12,000 years more is realistic than the ones we can see now. But that Earth actually can travel in these cycles. And he says that it's like 26,000 year cycles is the largest time, I guess, that these ancient civilizations could figure out. And then it goes into
I don't understand time at all, obviously.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Because I'm thinking in my head, if there's a full civilization with the pyramids that obviously took a long fucking time to build. Like, I don't know how long they say it took to build, and I don't know how they know, but in my brain, I thought it took, about probably 10,000 years to build the ones that are fucking there. And, if there's some that are in the water, and then after those, there's, like, some more in the water further out, like, that makes me think it's like millions of years old.
Cycles.
I mean, it's gotta be.
Right?
It's gotta be that old. That's where my number came from, but now it makes sense. Like, up in the hills, like, it probably took them a long time to even get up there in the fucking mountains. Yeah, it makes sense now.
Yeah, so...
But I don't know how old this Earth is. It's very fucking old.
Yeah, man, really old. But they're now trying to figure out a way to prove it. So it's like people ask all the time. I mean, people think about it all the time, and the explanation is aliens. This is what I love about tinfoil hat, because it's really just opening up your mind to other possibilities.
Yeah, it makes me realize how fucking stupid I am.
Yeah, but you can still relate them back, and it always comes back to when I said conspirituality.
Yeah.
So it always comes back to some kind of spiritual, or, with a URL, which we talked about another time. So anyway, exactly what you were saying about, man. So also how they spotted these other civilizations was in the tsunami of, I don't know if the year's on here, but that tsunami receded water off the coast of India and revealed a lot of this stuff. So what they figured out was these ocean levels used to be lower by 400 feet. Okay. So these shells where these port cities were, that's where they're looking for these civilizations. Because haven't you always wondered, where did the Egyptians learn how to build those pyramids? What were you always thinking, or what was your first thought?
I don't know. Like, growing up, I just believed what we were taught. Like, they rolled them on the logs and did all that and blah blah blah. But like, once aliens came out, I was like, golly, all these things are all like precise points of the globe. Like, they all line up and they all hit these certain points, and it's very strange how it's done. I don't know.
So speaking of
humans built it. I mean, thousands and thousands of slaves obviously built them. But I don't know. I really don't know, Tyler. We sort of talked last time about thoughts on tinfoil hat. Like, who thought up the pyramids? Like, what were the pyramids really used for? I think they were eventually used as tombs, but what were they initially used for when they used to be covered in gold or marble or whatever they used to be covered in? You may know more about that than I do. They used to be covered in, they used to look very different than what they look right now. Very bright, very reflective.
Yeah. So who's to say that they didn't get it from aliens or they just built it on their own, rolling the rocks? Who said they just didn't copy it because they knew they had to now move from down here? So this is what they're trying to, what he started seeing. But what you were saying is these civilizations that I'm saying they have found and ancient ones that have pyramids or things built like that, and they say that every step of the pyramid, like at Machu Picchu and things like that, like they're just copying this from somewhere else. And that is every 26,000 years, the consciousness raises as well. And a lot of people are saying this awakening.
So
and all this
bigger. Are the pyramids bigger? Is each one
not necessarily
bigger?
the pyramids, but these like temples, and they have these steps.
Oh, okay.
And these steps that are very similar in the ones they found off the coast. They found one out in the middle of the ocean, but it was an island at 400 feet under the water with pyramids, straight edge things, all this stuff. And then they found another one that was 1,000 foot deep, but it was far enough away that they could say that it was old enough that subduction, which is the opposite of how they make mountains and tectonic plates from what you learn. So subduction is it goes under, and that's where volcanoes ultimately come from. So it just moved it, like you were saying earlier, further down away.
Yeah.
So there's really no telling. So this whole thought is like 26,000 year thing. But what you cycles, and they're all located on what are called ley lines and hot spots of energy on the major and minor things, and it creates like this net, and that's where all
pyramids.
These pyramids of these civilizations are built on those.
Well, all pyramids, I believe, Tyler. Like, let me just tell you, I learned this on Ancient Aliens, so it's probably as real as Peter Pan or something like that. Who knows how real it is? But like most pyramids are built in that same type location where there's certain. Wish I knew more about it, man. I don't. But yeah, like a lot of the pyramids throughout the world are in this, like lined up in this same way. It's weird. It's very strange. I don't know. Pyramids are weird.
So ultimately, it comes down to the reason for this was there was an ice age that happened, and it instantly melted or happened very rapidly, or they knew it was going to happen. And because there's the ripples in the land in like Montana is something that water does if it's on there for a long period of time. So it's like all this stuff just, going in, but it has to do with this ice age, which is basically saying, these civilizations are up to 50,000 years old that we actually know about. So we don't, this kind of thing was like, people are always wondering where they come from. You know what I'm saying? It could be spiritual, it could be aliens, it could be whatever. So, but this guy's taking more of the sapien route or whatever. It's like, we've been a intelligent something for a long time, or we copied it from somewhere. Mm-hmm. And we didn't know where we copied it from, but you got a guy that said Hopi, and they said there's canyons off this coast that are deeper than the Grand Canyon where water used to run through, where it used to be like above water. Mm-hmm. So it's pretty crazy stuff, man. I just thought that'd be cool to talk about. It was the Mayan ancestors that lived on that island I was talking about. Stageoftime.com, I think is what he said you could go to. So, man, it was crazy. He said Hopi talks about a great flood led into caves by the ant people, which would be people underground.
Well, I know a lot of those pyramids are set up with like weird tunnels and things that reflect light, and like some people believe they were used to produce some sort of energy. Knows now they're not in working shape. What would be considered working shape. Yeah, pretty crazy stuff. That's wild.
Matthew Lacroix, and that was on Tinfoil Hat.
So sort of wrap it up. So there was a civilization that was on a port. Off the port was another civilization.
Yeah, and when the tsunami came, it pulled it back and it showed it, and then he clicked in his brain like, oh.
And then they found another even further out.
Lots of them.
I'm sure. Crazy.
Wow.
This earth is very old.
Because of an ice age is what he was saying, and it changed rapidly. And then he also said like the human brain changed rapidly. and then just connected to like consciousness raising, but 26,000 year cycle or something, I guess.
Yeah.
Is that. But yeah, man, I thought that would be just fun to talk about. They talk about all kinds of stuff, so.
Yeah. So, nowadays, memes are a big thing. When we were growing up, we could sit around and just like quote movies. Like we would quote Hook all the freaking time. We would quote Anchorman. There were all kinds of movies we grew up quoting. Superbad. We were in high school type stuff. Like before,
Austin Powers.
All types of stuff. Before memes were a thing, we were quoting all types of movies. So we're gonna do a movie trivia segment. We're gonna do 2 apiece. I'll let you go first. Do you want to ask me first? Or do you want me to ask you first? I'm gonna say how I picked mine. So one I picked from a movie I think Tyler knows, and the other one I did is just a quote that sort of gives a hint in the quote. There's also a movie I think you should have seen.
Man, I have no idea. I'm bad.
Yeah.
I'll go one first, and then you can do one after if you want.
Okay. So.
All right, this one's kind of long. Should I speak it? This is a song.
It's a song?
Yeah.
Okay, you can do it however you please.
Okay. I just want to warn you that when I wrote this song, I was listening to The Cure a lot. You don't know how much I need you. While you're around, I don't feel blue. And when we kiss, I know that you need me too. I can't believe I found a love that's so pure and true. But it all was bullshit. It was a damn joke. And when I think of you, Linda, I hope you fucking choke. I'll skip ahead.
Hey.
Oh, somebody kill me, please. Somebody kill me, please.
Oh, okay. Wedding singer?
The Wedding Singer.
Okay, yeah. I thought. Yeah, Adam Sandler, The Wedding Singer.
The only reason I know that is because of that Letterboxd app that we're going to talk about later.
Mm-hmm. So the first bit of that I was freaking blank, dude. I mean, Wedding Singer was in my brain because it was a song, but once you got to the "Kill Me Please," yeah.
I like the last song too. I can't remember the name of it right now.
Right.
But anyways, I have a story about that movie too.
Okay.
I don't know if you remember. I probably shouldn't say her last name, but she was a teacher.
Yeah, you don't have to say her last name.
I won't say it because I only know her by her last name. But anyways, I went over to her house because her and my mom kind of taught together, and she had a son that was right around my age too. And I used to have like a cuss word. Used to have a cuss word jar for my dad and this, that, and the other. And my mom and I guess her really wanted to watch this movie because my mom, she's a little wild sometimes. She probably thought it was funny.
Yeah.
Dude, so much cussing in that movie. I was young, and dude, I remember afterwards I was like, "Yeah, I'm pretty sure you owe me about $47."
That's hilarious.
As I watched that movie, man.
That's funny. That was one of the later movies I saw. Like, it came out, and I didn't see it until it had already been out for probably 10 years. The Wedding Singer.
Very funny.
Yeah, I watched the early ones like Billy Madison. I watched It Coming Up and some of those, but it was one I watched later on in life.
But yeah, I'm ready, dude.
So that's the first one. Wedding Singer. I'm 1 for 1.
Wedding Singer. Yeah, you're 1 for 1. I didn't want to do the obvious part of it first. I wanted to read the.
Yeah, that
just to see if you knew. I didn't know. I love that movie, so
you could have made me take a wild guess and just done that.
Damn, I'm probably not good at this game. What's the next one?
So here we go.
That was my easy one.
This is your first one.
Right.
Would it make it easier if we put the year the movie came out? No. We're just gonna do the quote.
What does it do? Hopefully, I know. We'll see.
All
I doubt it.
The word I'm searching for, I can't say because there's preschool toys present. Would you like me to read it again?
Toy Story.
Toy Story 1. Woody.
Woody. Dude, I love that movie. I just, at first my mind went to the movie because, dude, I've been looking through all those movies, so I'm like, my brain is on movies. But at first my brain went to the movie. He's like a sub, I think. I can't think. Not Kindergarten Cop, but.
That's what you're thinking of.
Maybe.
Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Arnold Schwarzenegger, yeah. It is, but there was another movie at first when you first said, what's the very beginning?
The word I'm searching for, I can't say because there's preschool toys present.
I wonder what was the word? You know?
I don't remember the actual part of the movie. No,
I haven't seen Toy Story in a long time.
See, so I gotta watch it constantly because my boys love it, but I didn't know if you would know it or not. But yeah, you got it quickly. So yeah, we're both 1 for 1.
All right.
Number 2.
I get caught watching romantic comedies. This is a comedy movie. I think you will know it though.
Oh God.
I'm no Josie Grossi anymore.
Never Been Kissed.
Drew Barrymore.
With Drew Barrymore.
Yep. So you didn't know it.
Seen it many times.
I love that.
It's actually a good one. Yeah, it's on HBO Go right now.
Yeah, but isn't the male actor in it not the one that dates or whatever? But
Her
isn't
brother,
he a
David
wrestler?
Arquette.
Isn't he a wrestler
He's a
now?
wrestler now. Yeah, he was in the movie Ready to Rumble also, but then he held the WCW title.
Ready to Rumble? What? He has like a documentary.
You have HBO now, don't you?
Yes.
It's called Ready to Rumble. It was an old movie that WCW made right before they went under, and it's got him in it, but DDP's in it, Goldberg's in it, like a bunch of wrestlers from WCW are in it.
What did I listen to him on? I think I listened to him on, was it Theo?
But he has a documentary out about him, You Can't Kill David Arquette, which is out right now.
And he's like a real wrestler.
He's a real wrestler now, yeah, for sure.
I
And it's because people hated him because they put the title on him at WCW. People hated him and thought it was a joke. Like, you tarnish that title, letting him wear it. So then he was like, all right, well, I'll just become a real wrestler. Because his acting career sort of went down the shitter after all the Scream movies.
It's a weird voice over like a podcast I was listening without looking at it. It was strange.
Yeah. You should watch Ready to Rumble tonight when you go home, though. It's a great old wrestling movie. It's hilarious. Oliver Platt, who is, you remember the movie Simon Birch?
Yes.
The guy that actually ends up being his dad, the heavyset guy. He also plays Porthos in Three Musketeers with Chris O'Donnell. That guy is movie we were just talking about.
You said Three Musketeers, but we were originally talking about Never Been Kissed.
Yeah, but I forget.
Then went from David Arquette to the wrestling movie.
Yeah, so Ready to Rumble, Oliver Platt plays the King. He's like the washed up wrestler from WCW. You should watch it. It's funny if you've never seen it. It's also got the guy from what was the book? Let's do Misery.
Misery?
Is that or not the book? I listened to the movie. I watched that Levi.
Barbarian?
No. It's the first one I watched on HBO with James Caan and the crazy lady. Anyways, James Caan's son is the other actor in Ready to Rumble. Regardless.
Good movie, Never Been Kissed. Funny.
So 2 for 2, me. All right.
I gotta pick harder ones.
Number 2. You want to play it soft? We'll play it soft. You want to play it hard? Play it hard.
Dude, I have no idea right now. You want to play it soft? We'll play it soft. You want to play it hard? Play it hard. My brain is on sports.
Not a sports movie. I'll tell you that. One more time. You want to play it soft? Play it soft. You want to play it hard? Play it hard.
I don't think I've seen the movie, so I'm going to say the satire of the movie. Dewey Cox, Walk Hard.
Not correct. That is a quote by the character Corbin Dallas in the movie The Fifth Element.
Oh, man, that sucks. I didn't know that.
I know.
I don't know.
That was the one I picked that I thought you would know.
I feel like I know more Lilu Dallas's. Lilu Dallas?
Yeah.
I don't know what else he would say. I'm trying to think. I haven't watched that movie in a while.
It's all good. I'm sure I'll miss some too.
I definitely hearted it and liked it on Letterboxd.
Yeah. So while we're on movies, let's just go ahead and do movies through the years.
All right. So movies through the years. So it clicked in my brain. I started doing Letterboxd, which Kyle talked about on here before. And it's basically you can go through and browse through even years, Oscar winners. You can click on it. It works like IMDb, sort of. Has actors and stuff. But you can just scroll through and like or say you've seen these movies or put it on a watch list. Yeah. So when I got through with 99, I was like, man, there's a lot of good movies, and we probably go on tangents.
So you stopped at 99?
Right now.
Wow, you didn't even do your high school years. You've seen a lot more movies you probably think.
A lot more, man.
Yeah.
But the 80s, man, you can scroll forever on this app.
So we're just going to do the 90s.
Yeah, but I had Emily do it the other night. Hey, make it say pick this number. So you got to say, Siri, pick a number between 90 and 99, and then we're just going to go through the movies we've seen and just do some 92.
92.
92. All right, I'm pulling up my letterbox.
All right.
You should pull up your letterbox as well.
If you don't have it, you should get it. It's pretty cool. You can, so I go to my name,
Should have practiced this.
We probably should have. That's all right. You know us. We do things on the fly. Okay, here we go. So, films. I figured it out, dude.
What'd you do, man?
So go to films.
I don't have Pro. Do you got Pro?
Right here.
Oh, I need to go to my settings.
Or hit your little guy down in the bottom right.
All right. List.
On films.
Oh, I see.
Films, and then top right.
Settings. Okay, I'm ready.
And then
Sorry.
year.
Dude, I freaking did this, and then I just bombed that.
So we're gonna go to 1992.
92.
Oh, it don't matter, dude. Done.
I think it puts them in order by most seen and most.
Oh, so my list is not that long. I've got 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24 on mine. I saw in that
4,
year.
8, 12, 16, 20, 22.
Okay, do we want to just read them all?
No, we'll just go. Yeah, we'll just go through them, and if we want to talk about it, because one of them I'm sure we're gonna talk about because I actually watched it
Recently?
Yeah.
All right.
See if you can guess which one I watched recently. And it was on Disney Plus. I know we're not doing Stop Scrolling yet. This is not my Stop Scrolling, but it is something I watched that is on new to Disney Plus, 1992.
Mighty Ducks.
Mighty Ducks, man. I watched 1, 2, and
Yeah,
fell
I just
asleep.
saw it. Just got on there, so that's how I know.
Yeah, I fell asleep in 3.
Awesome.
I did watch
me and Ryan
1,
watch
2.
those movies nonstop.
2 is great.
So I'm just going to start at the top of my list. My first movie I saw, well, I don't know if it's the first one. The first one was Lorenzo's Oil.
Never heard of it.
All right, so it had Susan Sarandon, Nick Nolte. It's a true story. Lorenzo O'Donnell was a normal child until the age of 7, so he started experiencing blackouts, memory lapses, and other strange mental phenomena. Eventually diagnosed as suffering from ALD, an extremely rare and incurable degenerative brain disorder. His parents, frustrated at the failings of conventional medicine, start their quest for an unorthodox treatment. And his dad had a dream that made him think of this oil.
What's it called again?
Lorenzo's Oil. It's great. I used to watch it in Miss Countess's class. I know I just said her name. We said not to say teachers' names, but her health science class, she would show it every year. And it was awesome.
See, so I think it's done by most popular. So you had 2 in front of me. Another one I had never seen, and it was a Robin Williams movie.
Toys?
Never seen
Have
it.
you never? You should watch it. It's a weird movie. It's got LL Cool J in it. Him. It's got some people. The guy that plays Shmee in Hook is in it, or not Shmee. Toodles in Hook.
Really?
Yeah, but Toys. The Muppet Christmas Carol.
Me too.
Classic. Aladdin, the cartoon. The first movie I remember seeing in theaters. Aladdin.
Was?
That's the first one I remember.
I'm surprised you had never seen A Few Good Men. I'm not going to go into detail, but I had seen that.
Haven't. Home Alone 2.
Home Alone 2. I thought that one's very...
One of the best.
Dude, I don't mean to bring it up. What's the curly head guy's name?
Daniel Stern.
Dude, when I'm going through here again, it's like, bang. I don't know what year it came out, but Bushwhacked.
Oh, hilarious movie.
Watched it, so you've never seen Bushwhacked? They're like Boy Scouts.
So he plays the dad in the movie Little Monsters, too. I don't know if you ever watched that, with the Howie Mandel plays the blue monster under the bed, and the kid goes at night and like lives in the underground world and hangs out with this dude and does whatever he wants. And then it's Fred Savage, the kid from The Wonder Years and the movie The Wizard.
Okay,
he plays Mole, and Austin Powers, all the same.
I always think of him that he's Corey.
That's his little brother. That's that actor's little. That's that actor's. The curly-haired guy is that actor's little brother in real life. It plays his little brother in Real Monsters.
Really?
Anyways,
keep going. Sorry.
A River Runs Through It with Brad Pitt. I don't know if you've ever seen it. It's a good one. The Mighty Ducks, which we said.
Yep.
Tom and Jerry the movie. I put that on there because I know I saw it for sure, but I can't remember it. Last of the Mohicans, a great with Daniel Day-Lewis. Surely you watched that in Coach.
I might have.
Coach Massey's class.
I wasn't 100% if I watched it or not. So
Daniel Day-Lewis is a good one. Captain Ron, hilarious movie. 3 Ninjas.
All right, so I got to stop you. So I had seen a scary movie called Candyman.
There's a remake. You know, there's a remake. Jordan Peele's made a remake, and that's coming out next year. So
really,
I've never seen the original.
And then I can't believe you never seen the next movie called Unforgiven. Clint Eastwood, not Denzel Washington, but Morgan Freeman, and like basically they cut up this prostitute, and there's a pay to go kill the guys who did it or whatever.
Yeah, that's not my dad's style.
And he meets up with I'm sure seen it. He's probably
I'm sure
like, Kyle,
he's seen
what
it,
are
but
you
probably
thinking?
wouldn't let me see it at when 92.
I watched this with my dad way later.
I don't think my dad had it though. So
92. I
He
think
may
I'm
have.
talking about the right movie.
Yeah.
3 Ninjas.
All-time classic if you were a boy growing up in the 90s. And if you never saw Three Ninjas, get on Amazon, pay the $3 for the DVD, get it sent to your house, watch it. It's great. Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the original movie.
Seen it.
Love it. Got Kiefer Sutherland's dad in it, Don Sutherland, Kirsty Swanson, who is super hot. Paul Rubens plays the sidekick vampire, which is also Pee Wee Herman. Hilary Swank was also in it. Cameo.
Hey, what I also noticed.
Hilary Swank is also in my Stop Scrolling show that I've been watching.
Really?
Yes. Anyways,
so that's why, dude. I wanted. This is what this is for, dude. Just making the dabbling around.
Yeah, that's great.
So, I forgot what I was gonna say. Let's just keep going.
You sure? Buffy the Vampire Slayer?
I remember now. It just, whenever I'm just scrolling through, like I said, this thing, it just made me think of just different movies that you hadn't thought about in a long time.
Yeah, my dad loved it. Honey, I Blew Up the Kid, which our friend Levi was the understudy or alternate, whatever you want to call it, for the little kid in that
He's supposed
movie.
to be coming out with a new movie, right?
Rick Moranis is, it's being. I think it's going to be a show, from what I understand.
It's
from what I see now. I thought it was going to be a film, but I just read something recently where it's going to be a Disney Plus. Maybe it's a Disney Plus movie. I may be wrong. Josh Gad is going to be in it, but A League of Their Own, great Tom Hanks movie.
I almost used that quote, but I thought it would be too easy. There's no crying in baseball.
Yeah, I would have got it immediately.
Great movie, dude. Them girls are good at baseball.
Batman.
What is I think you blew my mind one time. I think the big lady batter, or like the one that's kind of. I can't remember. You said she was in another movie, but I couldn't remember who it was. But it doesn't matter. But that's a great movie, Tom Hanks. Then what's your next one?
Batman Returns.
Me too, man. And when we went back to watch it, I will link the card to your dad's Batman Dabble. But when I went back and watched it to get ready for that Dabble, man, that movie is pretty good.
Yeah, very dark, but very good also. I agree. Tim Burton.
I love it when they show the story of the villains. Because really, Batman, we already know his story.
I think that's what's going to be great about the new Robert Pattinson Batman is that I think it's going to be about the villains just as much as it's going to be about Batman. But the next one was Sister Act.
Me too, great
Whoopi
movie.
Goldberg. Saw it in theaters with my granny and my brother and my cousins, I believe. I can't remember if my cousins were there. I know my granny took us for sure.
This is 1992.
Yeah, 92. Encino Man. Brendan Fraser. We've talked about him before.
I don't think I've seen it.
Surely you've seen Encino Man, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, you must have missed it. Yeah, Pauly Shore, Sean Astin.
Yeah, he's like a caveman. He gets unfrozen or something, right?
So speaking of Sean Astin, I watched the first two Lord of the Rings today, too. I was at home.
I didn't know one of the Lord of the Rings won the Oscar.
I watched 3 of the show I'm going to talk about here in a little bit, and the first 2 Lord of the Rings, which are incredible movies. The next one was Fern Gully.
You never seen Lethal Weapons, or I saw Lethal Weapon 3.
I have not seen them, man.
I like his mullet.
I know what they are.
Look at that mullet he's got.
It's hold on. Lethal Weapon is, don't tell me. Danny Glover and Mel Gibson.
Yeah, look at Mel Gibson.
I've never watched him, man.
Mullet right there.
Yeah, yours is similar. It's too bad blackface is frowned upon. You could go as him. Our Halloween episode. You could be. I've never watched Lethal Weapon. I haven't. I probably should.
Fern Gully, I also had a good story about that.
Have I missed anything else?
No, not that I haven't seen. I went to, I can't remember where we went, but we got to see like the Fern Gully tree.
Oh, really?
The movie's based off of.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
It's like a pretty cool tree.
Yeah, my cousins have Fern Gully. We used to watch it all the time. Robin Williams was actually the voice of Batty in that. The bat that had like the screw coming out of the side of his head because of whatever. It was about the forest getting, what's it called? Fern Gully, the Last Rainforest?
I think that's the next.
Yeah, but anyways, Beethoven.
Yeah,
Beethoven was the next one on my list. All-time classic from my childhood.
God, I need to go watch it again.
Yeah,
man.
We got to at least let your boys watch it. It's great. They'll be asking for a dog immediately, though. Ladybugs.
Me too. I get no respect.
Yeah, that has Devin Sawa in it, which I talked about with the Whiskey Bros, I think. Oh, no, it's Brandis. Jonathan Brandis, it's not Devin Sawa. Jonathan Brandis, which is the kid that was in Neverending Story 2 and committed suicide when he was young.
Dude, I have memories of just like watching it on TV because I played soccer, I think, during that time. Yeah. That was a good movie.
Yeah, he acted like the girl.
It's probably a terrible movie.
It was like his nephew or his son. I can't remember. Rodney Dangerfield.
No, I used to think Rodney Dangerfield was so funny. 2.3 rating on.
But anyways, White Men Can't Jump was my next one.
We brought that up not too long ago.
Our last episode we talked about it. We were talking about the air up there, and you said it reminded you of White Men Can't Jump. But that's a great movie. Radio Flyer was my next one, which is like a movie that used to come on HBO on the old cable box. and it is like a dark movie. Also, it has Elijah Wood, which takes me back to Lord of the Rings, which I watched today. Which like I'm a huge Star Wars fan. I have a Star Wars tattoo. Like Lord of the Rings is up there as far as trilogies. Like,
Lord of the Rings, I saw when I flipped through this letterbox. So you could like look at the Oscars. I just wanted to get that out of the way. And Lord of the Rings, I don't remember which one, but one of them won like best
probably
picture.
Return of the King.
It was
it's
incredible.
unreal, dude.
Yeah.
All of them are very good. But it's Elijah Wood. One of the Baldwin brothers was in it. And this was the little boy, the boy from Jurassic Park, the red-haired boy from Jurassic Park. That's him older now, but it's Elijah Wood, and he plays his little brother, and they have like a alcoholic dad that beats him and stuff. But they build a radio flyer. It's called Radio Flyer. They build a like plane out of their Radio Flyer wagon and fly away. One of them flies away from their abusive dad, but pretty dark movie actually. But yeah. Next one was Wayne's World.
All right, so I got two in between there.
Yeah, Sam. Yeah.
Basic Instinct.
Okay, I've seen the scene from Basic Instinct.
Yeah, like can you know the actor?
The leg crossing. It's yeah. Give me a second. Oh man.
Yeah, I don't remember, but I know that.
Yeah, yeah. Hold on.
It's a brutal murder, a brilliant killer, a cop who can't
Don't tell me
resist
their
the
names
danger.
yet.
Huh?
One of them is
A police detective is in charge of the investigation of a brutal murder in which a beautiful
it's the one with the
and
blonde-haired lady
seductive
where she
woman
like uncrosses her legs and crosses her legs in the scene, right?
could be involved. I think so.
Let
It's
me see the
Sharon
picture.
Stone.
Sharon Stone. What's the main guy's
Michael
name?
Douglas.
Michael Douglas. God dang, I could not think of his name.
Hey, I was hearing today of a guy. I was listening to one of the podcasts that's in our dad group. I can't think of it right now off the top of my head. Might have been Bad Dad's Review. And they did behind the, whatever it is, a fancy word for a candle, which is like the Liberace story. And it has Michael Douglas and the guy who was in the movie you told me to watch, The Martian. Who's the main character in The Martian?
Matt Damon. Oh,
Matt
he plays
Damon.
Liberace. Yeah.
He plays Liberace's like boyfriend.
Yes.
Dude, they were explaining.
My
I
dad
was
told
like,
me about that movie before.
yeah, they were. That's what they. You should go listen to that. It's Bad Dad's Film at Bad Dad's Film, and they do like an adult show and a kid show. They did top 5. I don't want to steal their thing or whatever. They did top 5 dogs in movies.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. One of them, I gotta say this one. One of them went unorthodox and said, "Does it count with the Mars Attacks dog?" With the
Oh God, that gets his head changed. Can I give my top dog for their podcast real quick?
Yeah,
while we're doing
sure,
this?
man.
I know it's sort of cut off what we're doing.
Oh,
My top dog in a movie. It's got to be Shadow, Homeward Bound.
That's what I was thinking. I swear to God, I was about to say. I wasn't gonna say Shadow because I can't remember the name.
We were talking about it. Our buddy Andrew Taylor says he cries every time when he's like, Shadow. Shadow comes limping over the hill.
You know the other dog's names.
Chance was the dog, and
Chance.
Sassy was the cat.
Sassy was the cat. That's right.
Of course, I remember it. I love that movie.
Incredible. Yes. Shadow is a great answer.
Yeah, and the second close runner-up would have to be Old Yeller, of course. Yeah, but anyways.
Lassie's got to be up there.
Yeah.
I never really watched Lassie.
We went and saw my granny do that. When we stayed with my granny in the summers, we went to the old Indian Lake movie theater every single time. So I saw a lot of the old greats. The Lassie movie that was made in the 90s, terrible. Watched it.
It was good, man. They always do a top 5. Y'all should go check that
Yeah.
out. Like, because they had different perspectives of another one.
Did Lassie win?
No, they just said their top 5s, but they all came from it.
They do animated dogs too?
I don't know if they did animated dogs. I don't think they did. But another one that I thought was funny was Frank from Man in Black.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one, the pug. Yes.
Air Bud is up there for me.
Yeah, I hear you.
But anyways, the next one I had, pretty sure I watched this with Chase. We talked about it a couple times, but it was My Cousin Vinny. And like he has like a little. It's got Danielle LaRusso in it.
Yeah.
And it's got Joe Pesci is like the lawyer or whatever
Yeah.
in it, and he's the cousin Vinny. Like I said, doesn't show pictures.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That was a good call for me, Danny LaRusso.
That's his character's name, though.
Whatever. What's his real name, man?
You
know it. You saw it.
Some Bayo or something like that. Scott Bayo or Bayo. Ralph Macchio, maybe.
Ralph Macchio.
Oh, Bayo is Scott Bayo is.
I've never rubbed off on you.
And I've been watching Cobra Kai. I'm an idiot. Ralph Macchio. Yeah.
Wayne's World, dude. I'm about
Wayne's
to
World.
rewatch it.
Yeah, Michael Myers, Dana Carvey, all-time classic. Sha Wing. Yes.
Twing.
If our wives wouldn't kill us, we would have a Sha Wing moment and do our babe of the week. Our wives would kill us. So that's the only one in between? My last one's Reservoir Dogs, Quentin Tarantino. That's my whole year.
My last one was Children of the Corn. I don't know why I was watching these horror movies. I think because I had it like I went back and watched
couldn't watch
them.
that shit when I was a kid. That shit scared the shit out of me, boy.
That's 1992. What are we gonna call that?
Like movies. I guess it's got to be movies through the 90s because you only went through the 90s.
No.
Movies through the years.
Through the years, because eventually we'll do 10. We'll get up into the 2000s, but we're just gonna do 1 year a dabble.
Hey, maybe we should just call it through the years because then we could do music at times too. And I don't know how we would. Maybe we should just go into Google and what was the top song and
see what it reminds us of,
and just do it like that. So we could probably just call it through the years, maybe. We're going to do something of that sort, and this is sort of our test run. So yeah, of course, it sounds all chopped up and whatnot, but I promise you, we'll get it where we want it. But yeah, that's movie through the years. The one we've really talked about, I think, is probably what we should end with every time. And we may mix them up, but I think the stop scrolling should always be the end.
Yeah, and we can do the stop scrolling, or I just wanted to do my just dabbling then, and we'll do the stop scrolling at the end. Oh, because I shared a couple things today. And I know that's the name of the All Big Brothers, but that's something we're just doing. But link.
Oh, yeah. You don't even have to say just dabbling. That's just something you want to talk about. Shit.
We've been talking about it on multiple podcasts.
And we were doing the Nintendo Power in that every time, and we've sort of moved away from doing that. It just sort of, I like doing that, but like going back and watching them, I don't want to say that's like a stale point in there, because some people enjoy that, but it almost became between me and you. It was like, oh, well, we already know. It sort of became a stale point between us. Yeah. It's like, yeah, okay, well, but yeah, you watched our video game one.
Yeah, man. Basically, they said the producer of the Castlevania show, which is animated, we found out today, but it did get a season 2, wants to do a live action Link. And that's really the only information.
Yeah.
But
who's Zelda?
Who did they say was going to play?
Tom Holland.
Tom Holland, man. I think, like, you blew my mind. What did you tell me? What did you compare to? Because I said, man, as long as I can get over he's not Spider-Man.
Yeah, what's his name? Superman plays The Witcher on The Witcher.
Witcher is good.
Dang, what's his name, man?
Sorry.
No, it's fine. I can look it up really fast.
But yeah, man, I was just excited about that in general because we had been talking about it. And it did say, I read in the article, it said that he's talking to the people who
Henry Cavill. Henry Cavill plays in The Witcher.
Henry Cavill.
He was also Superman.
Yeah, I can kind of see it, but
he's got the blonde, long hair pulled back, and
yeah. What was I talking about? Oh, just Zelda in general. Like we've said different things about, if it should be a Link to the Past, if it should just be Zelda.
Well, when we did our video games to movies, we very end we talk about if they were going to make something, we would want it to be Zelda. I would like for them to start with a Link to the Past for sure, because I think it would allow them to jump, wherever they want to go after that. I think that would be cool as hell. That's how they did it. The first game ever was The Legend of Zelda. Yeah. The gold.
And I saw that there used to be an animated one in 1989. Yeah, I had no idea.
So I put on the old Super Mario Brothers show on Netflix. Cannon loves Mario. I think you are doing Mario for Halloween. Also, which is hilarious. But I sent this to Tyler, but you sent that to me earlier. We were talking about this, and then this popped up. I don't know if you were able to see it or not on there, but it shows like I don't know if they can hear me down there or not, but it'll shows like a trailer for the Zelda show.
Really?
Which I had never seen. I sent it to you. Did you not watch the video?
No, I was just saying awesome to the Mario thing, dude. I didn't know that it literally interneted all the way to your house.
Yes, literally. You gotta watch it here then.
Yes. So there was an animated Zelda at some point in time. I don't know if it can be watched or not. Look at that.
The Legend of Zelda. And this is like a preview on it me and Kaden are watching, dude. Out of nowhere, after me and you had already talked about it hours before. Pretty cool. But yeah.
Hopefully they don't live action that cartoon and they make it like... Dude, I bet.
No, it'll be great, dude. It'll look like... If they do it anything like The Witcher, man, like that thing is... I don't know anything about the video game. Our buddy Taylor, Twitch, @Taylor, played like The Witcher, all of them. Loves that game. But I think he read the book series and everything. Loves that story in general. But yeah, so I thought that was pretty cool. I think.
So yeah.
I think if they're gonna do it, they've got to do a series. Like a movie would not be long enough to do the whole.
Okay, and then they did, man. I had to send it to you immediately when I saw it. So another thing is, I got some feedback. We had almost 100 votes on, and this is probably should have said this right before it stops going, but we got like over 100 votes, and Netflix was 1. Disney Plus was 3. Hulu was 2.
Well, we haven't even really stopped scrolling. We haven't said anything yet.
Right in was Prime, but this is Disney Plus. I saw something else came out about a Kenobi series. Do you know anything about it? Or
no, I did see the season 2 Mandalorian trailer. Which
yes.
looks incredible. I have that right here, actually. There was another
Do you want
trailer
to
that
watch
came
it
out.
right here?
We can. I have another trailer I actually wanted you to watch. It's for a video game. I don't know if you've seen that it's coming out either, but I've got a video game trailer I would like for you to watch.
We don't have to watch the Mandalorian, but you should go watch the Mandalorian trailer. I'm going to put a card for that on there.
Yes, before we do stop scrolling, let me find where I saved this at, Tyler.
We're not going to start showing. I just wanted to say the Kenobi series.
Oh,
I just wondered what you thought about that.
Well, I know that. What's his face? I think I've just drawn a blank again, man. Dude that played him in the episode 1, 2, and 3.
This guy.
Yeah. I can't think of his name right now, man. I'm drawing a blank because I'm trying to think of what I'm looking up on my phone at the same time.
It's all good. That was just something else.
But he's playing him. I mean, it's coming. It hasn't even started being filmed, so I'm still waiting on the freaking WandaVision's coming out for sure this year, they said. But like the rest of that stuff's been filmed also, or I thought had been filmed. They showed trailers like it had been filmed. I'm still waiting on the Marvel series that they promoted to get everyone to buy Disney Plus that still haven't come out.
I think they're waiting for Verizon's free people to get off.
Yeah, you're probably right. But WandaVision is definitely coming out, which looks pretty cool too. I'm interested to see what it's about. So I want to just show you this trailer. This is a video game. It is called Hogwarts Legacy. Oh Lord, you've already shared it.
Yeah, but I haven't watched it.
Oh, even better.
Yeah, let's watch it. But
I purposely didn't watch it either. Ron sent it to me and my dad, but I saved it so me and you could watch together. God.
Yeah, if you see something cool, or if you want to see things that we post, all you gotta do is put hashtag just dabbling, and it has it right there. It'll have a lot of Big Brother, but if you scroll just very shortly, you'll see everything that I share.
So did you know this was the game I was going to show?
Not until you started talking about it, and I was like, dude, I bet it's the game, so let him show me, and I'll show you. But
4 key games again.
Dude, me and you got obsessed with Harry Potter, the game where you had to drive around with the Pokestops.
Both beautiful and powerful binds together our long history. That common bond we share is the legacy of Hogwarts.
I hope it's like open world Hogwarts game. Looks sick.
It's supposed to be.
Now it is time to add your own story to these hallowed walls.
Oh, so you just create your own legacy type game.
The wizarding world. Every corridor,
Dude.
every portrait, every stone in this
Spent hours
castle
playing this.
tells the story.
I am saving up my money right now.
Well, I had the Game Boy Advance game for Chamber of Secrets. Played it for hours and hours.
Yeah, they were more just action game, like you had to.
It was like over the top. No, but it was like you had to explore the castle and like stay away from people at night and use your invisibility cloak. It was a crazy game actually for Game Boy Advance. I know you watched these recently.
Yes, I've been watching them.
Yeah. I love Harry Potter. It's a great story, man. Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be sick, dude.
Wow, man. Look at that. That's real footage right there.
It looks like the same gameplay as that Star Wars game I was playing. Which is awesome. Yes, that's what I was about to say. I wonder if it'll let you choose to go dark if you want.
I bet so. I was about to ask you, think it's going to be like where you get to ask questions and then how you answer, they put you in a different house?
You see that dragon? That was freaking crazy. We'll be playing that for sure. I love those type of games, man. I've talked about it many times. Like when they make games that are like look dead on like that, it doesn't have to be a playthrough of the movie, but like you're like on the set or whatever. Like I love that.
You're immersed basically in the actual world.
I love those type of games, man.
Really like Grand Theft Auto kind of does.
Yeah.
It's its own world that you're in. on the extreme
They
side.
just create their cities and make them like Vice City was Los Angeles and whatever. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I think the Grand Theft Auto that's being made now is going to be South Beach, Miami. Also,
Yeah, that game right there might be the first game I've bought in a long time.
yeah, it looks pretty cool. It looks pretty cool.
Yeah, man, that's pretty much exhausted the Just Dabbling right there for this week.
Yep, I would say so, probably. But that brings us to stop scrolling.
Stop scrolling!
Stop scrolling. Whatever. I'm gonna let you go first if you want to, or it don't matter. I can go first. Either way, let me get mine pulled up. I'm sure that's what you're doing also.
No, I'm looking at who the HOH is, but I haven't got there yet.
We still don't know.
No, they're posted. I'm just scrolling through a lot of, I guess, the conversation after it.
Oh, okay. I'll go first then.
Dude, I gotta say it because if you listen, this is a spoiler alert. You need to hit 30 seconds ahead. But you're one of the best. You gotta go listen to our Just Dabbling because Memphis has won the new HOH. My goodness. I can't wait to read that later. So I had to say that. Spoiler alert just happened, but it is what it is, man.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's live Dabble.
Memphis.
Yep. So what am I looking up? Oh, my stop scrolling.
Yeah.
Oh, I have mine in my notes, so I can look it up in 5 seconds. You want me to do mine first?
I've got mine right here, but it don't matter either way.
Like I said earlier, my Disney Plus stop scrolling was the Mighty Ducks because it was new on there. But a movie that I wanted to watch, I don't know if that's how we're doing it or not, but the movie I wanted to watch on Disney Plus that just came out that I haven't seen.
I was doing it more of a, I've watched this, you should watch it.
I have one of those for
Okay.
sure. But I wanted to ask you, because you've probably seen it, but is Christopher Robin worth my time to watch on Disney Plus?
Me and Cannon literally watched it on his birthday. Oh, it's pretty funny. I laughed at some of it, actually. It's different. All right. Ewan McGregor. Got the same guy in it. I couldn't think of his name, but Obi-Wan Kenobi's in that movie also. Ewan McGregor.
Incredible. So, you want to do your stop scrolling?
No, you go ahead.
All right, so my stop scrolling is HBO Max, which I know everyone might not have that one.
Yeah.
But I'd heard about this show, and it is The Watchmen.
Yeah.
And, man, it is a good show. So you need to go watch it. It relates to today's times somewhat, just in general, what's going on outside, but it's good, and you should go watch it, because I know we're not supposed to talk about it a lot. So Watchmen, HBO Max, that's my stop scrolling. Quit hitting over and just select it and watch it.
Yeah, and it's a series. There's 2 seasons out, I believe, of it.
I don't know.
Right now.
I've watched about 5 or 6 episodes very quickly.
I got you. Yeah, there's 2 seasons out. It's takes place, I think, 8 years after the movie. I think is what I read somewhere.
Something. I didn't even do research because
So if you haven't seen the movie The Watchmen, it does tie into
has
the
the
show.
same characters, so to speak.
Yeah, like it's the aftermath of what happened in the movie type deal. So yeah, it's cool. I've started it also a while back. It's like I told you, I want to watch the movie, but before I go, because I started getting into it and they started talking about like Dr. Manhattan and like that type of stuff, and I was like, all right, I had no idea who you're talking about, so I had to go back and do all that.
Yeah, I remembered enough to. I just couldn't stop watching it, so that's why it's my stop scrolling.
Cool. Yep. So I only wrote one. I only put down one.
Yeah.
I've talked about Lord of the Rings multiple times. I watched those today. If you haven't watched those in a long time, or really to God, if you're listening to us, you have watched them. If you haven't, you should. They're incredible. But my stop scrolling is on Amazon Prime. If you have a Prime account that you use to deliver, and if you have
Your
a
wife
wife, I
uses?
guarantee you she has one probably. You can type in her email and password, and Amazon Prime has a ton of movies and original stuff on there.
This is how I watched all the old Survivors.
Yeah. Well, my friend Brandon that I worked with at my old job and came and worked with me, and then he went back and worked where we used to work. He's been telling me to watch it. So today I watched the first 3 episodes of it, and it's called The Boys.
The Boys.
On Amazon Prime. It's like an adult superhero show, is what I would call it. I'm going to read what it says on IMDb like I always do. A group of vigilantes sets out to take down corrupt superheroes who abuse their superpowers. The Boys is set in a universe in which superpowered people are recognized as heroes by the general public and owned by a powerful corporation, Vow International, which ensures that they are aggressively marketed and monetized. That's all I'm going to say about it. You can imagine.
Sounds good, man.
It's pretty cool. I will say some of the actors in it. I did want to do that. I don't know if you want to go back and We'll talk about who's in yours, but it's got Carl Urban, who's also in Lord of the Rings, which I watched today. Completely forgot about. We've talked about him before. He's in Star Trek. He was in Artemis Fowl. This guy right here, Carl Urban. Sorry. One of the main guys in it. I didn't really recognize these other people. It's a guy named Jack Quaid. He was in the Hunger. Oh, he's Marvel from the Hunger Games.
Oh,
this guy right
here. Yep.
Yeah.
So, The Watchmen is set in an alternate history where mass vigilantes are treated as outlaws. Watchmen embraces the nostalgia of the original groundbreaking graphic novel of the same name while attempting to break new ground of its own. And some of the actors and actresses, it's really a actress lead, and it's Regina King. I don't know.
Yeah, I know who she is.
And then it's some people I don't know. You would know them more than me. But Jeremy Irons was someone that I noticed is in there. I don't know what movie in my brain that he's from. It says he's in Lion King. Maybe he's Scar. He is.
Oh, he talks for Scar. That's why you know his voice, probably.
Yeah, and didn't know where he was
He's crazy. And have they dug into his character yet in The Watchmen? What episode are you on?
Yeah, they have. He's a wild
He's
guy.
Very rich guy. Let me look at it real quick.
Gene Smart was someone else.
You should know him. Tim Blake Nelson. He was in Oh Brother Where Art Thou.
Yes, that's where I knew it from. He's the one about the frog, and he gets over there with the. He's the one that gets over.
I think he's in Heavyweights too. Look on him.
He's definitely the one that gets with the sirens.
Tim Blake Nelson.
Oh Brother Where Art Thou.
Go through his movies. Tim Blake Nelson. Swore for some reason he's in an old. Yeah, he is in Heavyweights. He's the salesman at the beginning. He's like pitching the camp to the boy in the movie Heavyweights. You know what I'm talking about? They get the house. That's funny. It's Tim Blake Nelson. It's the same guy.
Yeah, but it's really the heroine lead is the main character, really.
Yep.
Her name is Regina King.
Tim Blake Nelson plays the Rorschach-looking guy.
She's in Miss Congeniality. She's the woman cop. That's where I recognized her.
Yeah.
She's, what I'm talking about. That'd be the only movie.
I've only seen the first one of those, Miss Congeniality. But yeah, that's mine. The Boys on Amazon Prime. It is not for children at all, any way, shape, or form.
Neither's The Watchmen.
Yeah. Check it out. The Boys, Amazon Prime. Amazon Prime also has just some cool stuff. I started putting stuff on my list because the more I started looking, it's like, golly, they got so much original stuff, ain't good stuff that just
there was a show
people probably don't realize is on there.
There's a show somebody suggested to me, Brooks. A show called Ballers, I think, is on there.
That's on HBO Go. That's The Rock, dude. It's sick. It's about an NFL. You would
Maybe
love
that
it.
ain't the song. Maybe that ain't the
Ballers
show.
is The Rock. It's on HBO
There's
Go.
another show then that has a similar name, and I can't think of it right now. I'm not scrolling through my text. So, anyways, that's another dabble for you. Hope y'all enjoy it.
Yep.
And we'll see y'all next time.
Peace.
Bye.